The economy and to a troubling new forecast when it comes to the price of eggs, now predicted to rise more than 40% this year, double the prediction just a month ago. And tonight, what more restaurants now say they're being forced to do.
As we saw in that clip, egg prices are out of control, guys. Listen, but don't worry. Don't worry. If you listen to what everybody else tells you, the economy's fine. There's no reason why a dozen of eggs is $19.99, $20. You don't believe me? Take a look. Look, I'm telling you, I went to the grocery store and I said, just last week I came here and it was $19.99. Now it's $14. Something ain't right here.
What the hell's going on over here?
And then on top of that, guys, oh no. You're buying these expensive eggs with buy now, pay later?
You crazy?
You're using credit cards at 30-40% to buy a dozen of eggs? Come on, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
It makes me think, which one came first? The chicken, the egg, or the buy now, pay later? We're gonna jump into it, guys. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Also, too, I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter that will give you tremendous value, and it's free. How can you beat free? You can't. And then on top of that, if you need any type of financing that deals with commercial properties or investment properties, I'm your guy. I've been on there for almost 20 years. I can assist you with that. See, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've been talking about inflation and how it's gonna get worse before it gets better. And you know, some people believe me, some people don't. And now we're in this predicament where prices of eggs are ridiculously high. And I know what a lot of you guys are gonna say. You guys are gonna say, Orlando, it's the bird flu. You know, that's what's causing it. But I find it very strange that eggs were high before that. Of course, they're not as high as they were before, but for whatever reason, eggs were already high. But that's not even the kicker on it, right? Because I know some people who just have to have their eggs, and they're going to spend $20 for a carton of eggs. That's just what they're gonna do. But to go ahead and buy that with a 30-40% credit card, which is buy now, pay later. You guys have all seen it. Klarna and Affirm, all of these apps, and there's so many of them, guys. All of these companies are now saying, hey, we can charge them for groceries. And you know what? We're going to just jump into it because I'm going to break this down and show you guys. It is mind-blowing how on one end you'll say, you know what? This is too expensive. I'm not going to pay for this. But then you will buy the same thing with a 30% interest rate.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
And trust me, they're right there. All you have to do is just go to the checkout at Walmart when you're scanning your eggs, and they'll be there. Hey, do you want to use Afterpay? No interest. That's what, I'm going too deep. Let's go ahead and just listen to what is being said about these eggs.
Tonight, with a nationwide egg shortage from bird flu, the USDA now warns the price of eggs is expected to jump more than 40% this year, double the increase projected just last month.
The prices are really high. Scarcity, $10 a carton. I don't really think twice about that.
And more restaurants are passing those high costs on to customers. The Denny's chain is now joining Waffle House, adding a temporary surcharge to meals with eggs at some of their 1,300 locations. The price for a dozen eggs on average is up 96% over the last year.
Did you hear that? 96%.
Damn!
With an additional 40% this year. So if I'm buying a carton of eggs for $20 and then I have to add an additional 41% on top of that, make it make sense to me.
This is not funny. It's not funny.
You're telling me you're going to pay $28, $29 for a dozen eggs?
What the hell is wrong with you people?
Well, Orlando, I mean, it's not that high. Now, again, it just depends on the type of eggs you get. If you get the regular eggs, I would say they're probably $9 to $10. But if you go and you get these specialty eggs, cage-free and all this other stuff, organic, when you start getting to those brands and those labels on top of that, to the egg industry, that's like luxury eggs. And people are paying $20 for a dozen of those eggs.
All right, eggs.
And then when you take that you're paying this high price for a dozen of eggs, then you go ahead and add insult to injury. Insult to injury by using one of these buy now, pay later places. And they get you because let me just give you a little insight of what these buy now, pay later apps really do, because it's a debt trap, guys. Do you guys know what that is? A debt trap is basically when it looks easy, like, oh yeah, I can pay that, no problem. They give you options, but in reality, they know that most people won't be able to pay it. That's a debt trap. And that's what these buy now, pay later places are. Again, I make a joke all the time and say, why would you want to pay 30% interest on ragu sauce? And that's the truth. The same thing applies to eggs. So look here, buy now, pay later installment payments increase retail spending. So you don't say so. So this is what they're hoping that you do. So you go in there for a carton of eggs and you go, man, these eggs are expensive. Oh man, you know what? It would be better to spend $20. Now, the math doesn't make sense. It would be better for me to go in and spend $100 versus just the $20, because then I feel like I'm getting something and the interest isn't just on the eggs. But I'm here to tell you the interest is on all of it. I mean, let's do the math. 30% interest on $20 worth of groceries, 30% interest on $100 worth of groceries. Which one is cheaper?
Both is good.
See, look, some of you guys will be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and you would get this question wrong. It's the $20, guys. But even then it's ridiculous, because if you take a look at this is how they get you at the checkout stands, right? It says here, one item, $55. Sales tax, $7.20. Delivery, $4.99. Okay, it was $67.19. Doesn't seem bad. You're like, oh, listen, it's free money, no big deal. Look, they say here, 4 interest-free payments of $16.79. So you think to yourself, I'm good. All I gotta do is just pay this off, and it's no big deal.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Let's take a look at this picture. You see, pay in 4, $16.79, all the way up until 6 weeks. What does it say? APR 0, interest free. Oh man, this must be the top-notch financial tool that everyone can use and get free credit, right? What if I told you they don't charge interest? They charge you in fees, which to me is the same as interest. This is just accounting soup. We're moving the numbers around, trying to figure out, yep, they won't see it over here.
You've been bamboozled.
So you go and buy your carton of eggs that you spent $20 on. Let's say you missed the second payment, the one that's due in 2 weeks. You forget about it. You're like, You know what the fee is? $7. You know what the number? That is a 42% interest rate.
Sensational.
That's what they're charging. And now you understand why Walmart and these buy now, pay later are so close. Because on their end, if this credit that charges no interest but charges you in fees is appealing to customer base that will buy more product because of this in the store, why does Walmart care? Walmart won't care, because it's your job to pay the payments, your job to pay the interest, your job to pay the fees, your job to understand how much they're gonna charge you. So they're like, we're just offering a bunch of options to our customers. to pay for things that they need.
It's an evil world we live in.
But not only will this egg shortage and the fact that eggs are ridiculously high affect you when you go to the grocery store and then you're using these type of financial instruments to pay for ridiculously priced eggs, you know it's gonna have an effect on when you go out and eat. We know this, and again, this is another sticky subject when it comes to people overspending or spending tons of money on restaurants and whatnot. These individuals who do this, and then especially the ones who use debt to pay for it, you're gonna be hurting. Now that same restaurant is going to upcharge you for them using eggs.
Wait, what?
Then you're gonna pay for it with a credit card that's charging you 30%. Make it make sense to me. But listen, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's just take a look.
The beloved Hungarian pastry shop in New York City goes through 30 dozen eggs every day.
Those cases have all doubled in price in the last month. Easy. Some of them more. So,
and you're eating that cost right now?
Entirely.
With the cost of eggs soaring, owner Philip Benyoris says it's only a matter of time before he's forced to hike prices.
We're getting pinched, and I don't know where it's going to stop, and that's the problem.
You are guaranteed to get a surcharge. If Waffle House of all places is charging an upcharge, they're like, look, you guys fight in here, we're gonna charge you for these eggs. But the truth is that you're gonna see prices go up on everything. And I'm talking to you, someone who's currently buying DoorDash right now on a credit card with prices that are already elevated because it's on DoorDash, but then they're being elevated again because it's an egg surcharge. Make it make sense. For two people to eat on DoorDash, you're paying $150.
Huh?
Just because it comes to your door. CFPB research reveals high buy now, pay later use among borrowers with high credit balances and multiple pay in 4 loans. More than 60% of users had simultaneous loans. Borrowers held higher balances on other credit lines, and most loans went to consumers with subprime or lower credit scores. Again, what are we saying here? We're saying that individuals who have low credit, individuals who don't know much about finances, individuals who have multiple high interest loans, payday loans. We're talking about high interest credit cards. And then these pay in 4 loans that Klarna or Afterpay or any of these guys are doing. It's really hurting the low income individual. But to be honest with you, I've seen individuals who are in middle class that use this all the time, that are middle class, that have a good job, that have make $100,000, and they're talking to me about using buy now, pay later stuff. And I think to myself, why would you use this? This makes no sense. When they're charging you in fees versus interest rate because they know they can charge you more with fees than with interest rate, it's a crazy game out here, guys.
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Again, these guys will tell you all day long, hey, look, the economy's doing great. Don't worry. Everything is great. Don't worry. We're gonna make it. Don't worry. But you're seeing prices go up. You're going to the gas station seeing things higher. You're seeing everything go up. Everything go up. And they're telling you everything is A-okay. I mean, the truth of the matter is, have you seen the layoffs? They continue to happen over and over and over, month after month after month. I've been calling it every single time. Look, here's a layoff. Here's another layoff. Here's another layoff. Prices here, insurance here is higher. At a certain point, we all have to understand that the economy is not doing as well as they say it's doing. If you like info like this and more, and you want more detail, you want a community, come on, join the Patreon. Come over there and we'll have a good time. But guys, listen, we all know that you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, and get you into your first rental property. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.